Hey everybody, Jesus loves you. My name's Cody, and you are watching the Friday episode of that Christian news show thing that I do. Truth! And our first story of the day, Christians cause atheism. I guess. Now in older videos I've talked about this idea before, that Christians cause atheism. It's a widely renowned idea in the Christian world. And it stems from the idea that Christians are so fake in the United States that it turns atheists away, saying, I want nothing to do with that. According to an author named Alex McFarland, this goes back to like the Woodstock years when they had all these people who were very spiritual and becoming Christians, but the like mainstream Christian world want nothing to do with them because they were long-eared hippies. According to McFarland, if we wouldn't have pushed Christians away at that time, then the United States would look completely different. So I know I've asked this question of the day in the past, but I want to know because I have new people coming in all the time. Do you think that Christianity is a big part of why atheists are atheists? I remember last time a lot of the atheists said no, it had nothing to do with Christianity, we just got smart and used common sense. But then the question becomes, what made you smart and make you have common sense and say, you know, you don't want anything to do with Christianity? Now I'm sure this is going to be kind of a touchy and offensive subject for some people, but that's what I love about the comment section. So if you want to be offensive, be offensive. I just love reading your guys' comments. Also in the news today, it seems like a town in Missouri is going to be able to restrict picketing and protesting, much like the Westboro Baptist Church, at their funerals. This isn't the first time that this has happened. There's been a town in Ohio that's had a similar law, but usually it doesn't go through because of the First Amendment. The law states that protesters cannot picket 300 feet from the funeral home, the actual cemetery, or the house of worship an hour before or an hour after the funeral. Now personally, I do hate when people mess with the First Amendment, but it's the Westboro Baptist Church. When you have hateful people like that, I wish they could do a lot more than just restrict the protesting. And then there's another news story about a Shorewood Mesmer Co-op private public high school football team's logo. The football team's logo was a bishop's hat and a cross, and so one of the parents asked the school district if that was separation of church and state. So then the school district immediately dropped the logo and told them they had to get rid of it. And the team from Wisconsin was kind of frustrated because there was also a team in Texas who had a similar thing where the cheerleaders were holding up Bible verses and they were okay with that. The football team pretty much saying that they didn't see any difference between the two. And when I look at it, what I see as the difference is that this was a student-drawn logo, but it was the football team paying for it, the school's football team paying for the logo on the helmets, whereas the cheerleaders, they were just putting it on paper and they're holding it up, so it was student-led that way. But I don't know, it's kind of scary. It's like one of those things that people are freaking out about a logo. I mean, when you look at it, it's just a logo. It's not teaching any biblical values. It'd be the same way if one of the teams was called the Saints. Would that be a problem also? So I do want to know what you guys think, because I think it's stupid that they got rid of the logo, but maybe you think that the logo is a clear violation of the separation of church and state. So just leave a comment in the comment section below. We move on. And our final story is about a video that I should have been talking about a few weeks ago. It's been all over the internet, but I hadn't looked at it yet. And I finally did. It's called First World Problems. And the video is supposed to be really funny, but it's also really sad because it makes you think about things that you don't want to admit. As always, I left a link in the description below for you guys to check this out. You really need to. It's about a third world country, and these people from this third world country are complaining about, you know, how they hate when their house needs 2 routers because it's just so big, and just all these things that first world countries complain about. And again, it is kind of funny when you watch it. It does make you smile, but when you're done with it, you really think about, you know, all the things that we complain about on a daily basis that we take for granted. And while I was looking for a verse of the day, it came up to this video, and it's Proverbs 11:24. And it says, "Those who give freely, they become all the richer, but the people who withhold what they should be giving, all they're going to do is want more." And I feel like I need to point out that I'm not talking about the prosperity gospel. That does not work where you give your church $10 and they tell you that you're going to get all the richer. That doesn't work. But you should be giving as much as you can to the people who need it, because that is going to make you richer in spirit. Spiritual fruits type thing. I don't know if this is true for everybody, but I know it's true for me that when I make a difference somehow, I automatically, you know, feel healthier. I feel better about what I'm doing. And then again, the question of the day is really for the atheists, and that is, do you think that Christianity is a huge part of why atheists move away from religion? As always, please leave a comment in the comment section below with your answer. Leave a video response. That's all I found interesting in the news today. So in closing, let the haters hate, let the Christians pray, and to everybody, like, subscribe. See you later, and God bless.